I got into a relationship that wrecked my life. She got pregnant and everything changed.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, we're gonna look at another video from Dad Mode and Dark Mode, right? And guys, this one's a pretty powerful video. He's saying how he realizes he's 40 and he wasted his whole life, right? Guys, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are in the same position as him, right? You're 40, 45, 50, you got divorced, right? Because you're a 304 whore wife left you, right? And you're looking at yourself like, people lie to me. Guys, us men, we were sold this bill of goods. Don't worry, son. You just get married and have kids, and everything will work out just fine. You know? And a lot of guys, they fall for it. And then they get those divorce papers, and that 304 feminist judge slams that gavel down, and finally they realize,
you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
So guys, if you haven't gone over to his channel yet, guys, go over there and drop him a sub, you know? Guys, like his videos, you know? Because guys, he has a great channel. And guys, I will link this video and his channel in the comments. I'll also drop it in the description, just in case you want to watch this video without me interrupting it. So guys, we'll get into this, but before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50 and 304s. That is linked in the description. Please go and check that out. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. And guys, I'm offering memberships now, so hit the join button or hit the link in the description. Thanks to all you guys that are already members, and let's get into this.
I'm 40 and I wasted my life.
Look at that.
I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. I'm pouring everything that I have into this channel because I've got nothing else. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't.
That's facts.
I wish I had someone in my life when I was younger, someone who actually cared enough about me and was smart enough to show me how life really worked, how women really operated, and what I actually needed to focus on. I didn't have that. I was getting all of my ideas about love and success and women from movies and idiots my own age who didn't know anything at all. So there was no sense of urgency, no perspective, just vibes and dumb plans and this fantasy that everything would somehow work itself out. And it didn't. In my 20s, I thought I was, super deep and cool, and because I had tattoos and I knew some obscure bands and played drums, and I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes, drinking lattes, and going to hardcore shows. I did more of that than I did doing anything that would help me long term.
And there you go, guys. And this is why the red pill is so important. Because guys, you have channels like mine, channels like this guy here. We're trying to tell the young guys, look guys, look at the mistakes that we've made. The fact that he made this video, he's 40, guys, and he's trying to get these guys that are half his age to not make the mistakes that he made. See, these 304s, these chicks, they want to compete with each other, right? Yeah, you have 40-year-old chicks who, misery loves company, so they're not going to actually tell women actual solutions. But this guy right here is trying to make sure that the men that come to his channel do not make the same mistakes.
I mean, at 23, I was playing ding dong ditch with my friends, like I was 13 again, thinking it was hilarious, which it was, but fun times. But I wasted so many hours just trying to get, validation from people who didn't care if I lived or died. at the end of the day. I thought my life was meaningful because it looked cool in photos, looked cool on MySpace. But, all I was doing was burning through the most valuable years of my life. The years where I had the most energy, the most flexibility, and the most time to build something meaningful. Nobody told me I was wasting it. Nobody. And when the world sees you drifting, it doesn't intervene. It just keeps feeding you distraction after distraction, and lie after lie, while profiting off of your blindness and ignorance. And then fast forward into my late 20s, then I got into a relationship that wrecked my life. She got pregnant and everything changed.
There you go, guys. Isn't that how it always goes, right, guys? Because, guys, I'm sure that his life before the pregnancy wasn't that bad, obviously. But, guys, he's saying that he could have been doing better things. But, guys, once these broads get pregnant, you're cooked. 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 And I love that this guy's being so honest. You know what I'm saying?
And I love my son. I would never undo that. But that relationship, it was a disaster. I did not know how to choose wisely at all. I confused chaos and passion and intensity with love because no one ever taught me the difference. I thought it was normal for things to be dramatic and unpredictable. I thought that meant we were meant to be or something. I don't know. But instead, I don't know what was going on, but instead I ended up in family court fighting for time with my own son, treated like an intruder and a criminal for wanting to be a father.
Look at that.
And then in my 30s, my 30s weren't the best years of my life. You hear that a lot. Your 30s will be the best years of your life, 30s and 40s. 30s were a nightmare. I was broke. I was depressed. I was isolated, missing my son constantly, and dealing with games and lies and schemes my ex would pull to destroy the bond between me and my son. I wasn't just dealing with grief. I was dealing with a system that didn't care if I disappeared.
Yep, that's facts.
And yeah, a few times I, in the midst of all that, tried to date again. I finally started to see what I'd been blind to in my 20s. I was no longer that 27-year-old stuck in a 500 days of summer mindset, falling for manic pixie dream girls, just because they liked the shins too. Now I saw the red flags clearly. Girls with baby rabies, daddy issues, manipulation, all of it. I could spot it instantly.
And you guys notice how he's saying that this happened to him in his 30s. All you guys that are in your 30s, man, that's when the baby rabies kick in. You know what I'm saying? That's when all these girls that have been talking about, I'm so pro-choice and pro-baby deletion.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
And I'm on birth control, and I never miss my birth control. Yeah, right. That's how they freaking get you, that's how they lay the trap, guys. You don't need to use a condom. You can... Next thing you know, you're cooked.
I was like a bloodhound for that kind of thing. It's easy to detect now. That's the part that stings the most. Now I'm 40. I hate my job. But it's not just that. I'm disillusioned by the world. Once you see how everything really works, how broken it all is, you cannot unsee it.
And that's the red pill, guys. That's the red pill right there. And this is why I say, guys, don't even argue with these blue-pilled morons. These, beta! Because, guys, they're gonna get got and they'll finally have their eyes opened. Guys, what this guy talks about and what I talk about on my channel, guys, this is like trying to explain sex to your one friend in high school who hadn't gotten laid yet.
Everything feels fake. The economy is a scam. Inflation is gutting families. People are more isolated than ever before. No one's honest. No one's fulfilled. And there's a deep apathy baked into to everything now. That's why I'm here. This isn't a content hobby for me. This is me refusing to stay silent. This is me using what I have left to build something real, because the clock is ticking. And also, if I die before I can tell my son any of this, before he can know, I mean, he's almost 11, but I want my son to know that his dad didn't just give up, that I fought very hard and went through a lot, and that I bled in silence, that I fought to stay in his life tooth and nail. I fought to become something that he could be proud of. And I fought against a system that was way bigger than myself, that tried to break me. And so this channel, Dad Mode and Dark Mode, is part of that fight. It's my record. It's my time capsule, my legacy. It's my proof that I didn't just drift off into silence and was just passive. And I hope one day, when he's ready, he'll understand all of this.
Yeah, guys, that's how I feel with all of my subscribers, with my nephew, with all the young guys that I actually mentor and talk to in real life. This is the only way that us men can actually fight back, is spread this knowledge so that the young guys don't have to go through what we went through, and that they just walk away too. Because guys, if the young guys stop feeding this system of foolishness, maybe things could change. I'm not that optimistic, But guys, hey, it is what it is. So guys, there's a little bit more of the video. If you want to watch that, guys, click on the link in the description. Yeah, guys, we were lied to. All of us were. Because all of us have simped. All of us were told basically to simp. And that girls are sugar and spice and everything nice and blah, blah, blah. We got kicked in the dick for it. But all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one.